This is WCNC, NBC Charlotte News.
We're following several breaking news stories this hour. One of them about an explosion in New York City which sent 26 people to the hospital. But first, a local football team is recovering after a deadly bus crash in Richmond County. Good evening and thanks for staying up with us. I'm Sarah Hagan, happy to be here. Some sad news right off the top here. This crash happened about 9 hours ago and emergency crews are still out there working the scene. Authorities tell us that there were 46 on that bus total. 4 of them died. First responders took everybody else to 4 area hospitals. Police tell us that the charter bus was carrying the team from Vermont Junior College Academy in Rock Hill to Fayetteville for their inaugural game against University of God's Chosen Disciples. We have team coverage for you tonight. Let's get started with NBC Charlotte's Mike Hansen. Mike, what's the latest from that scene there?
Well, Sarah, good evening. Even at this late hour, the investigation continues. If you take a look behind me, you can see investigators trying to learn exactly what caused a bus to crash while carrying a college football team.
You have young people, and although they're in college, they're just starting their life out.
Images flooding social media tonight of the deadly bus crash. The impact ripping large holes into the charter bus from Rock Hill. On board, members of the Ramajuco Academy football team.
The bus experienced a tire failure. The front tire blew, causing that bus to travel into the median.
Highway Patrol says the out-of-control eastbound bus then struck the guardrail. The impact killing 4 people. 42 others rushed to area hospitals, including Charlotte.
Ranging from critical condition to less serious conditions.
Highway Patrol now beginning a thorough investigation, looking at everything possible, including interviews with family members who were traveling behind the bus as it crashed. A reconstruction team will find out how fast the bus was going and if anything else contributed to the tragedy.
Anytime we do an accident reconstruction, especially an accident with this magnitude that we have here, it's going to take several hours.
A deadly bus crash. Authorities say they will work until the job is done right. The Highway Patrol won't have a final report for at least a month. Reporting near Hamlet, Mike Hansen, NBC Charlotte.
And Mike, before we let you go there, I know this is not an easy scene for you to be at, but also those first responders dealing with all of this. How are they doing themselves?
They were professional, but it obviously took a toll on them as well. They are parents themselves, and that's why they're making such a great effort here. They know they have to get the answers for those families. Sarah.
Mike, thank you so much. Safe trip home. A few victims went to CMC here in Charlotte for emergency care. Here's a live look from CMC. We have a camera there where they're currently treating 2 patients. We're working right now to get an update on those conditions for you. And here's a list of hospitals where everyone was originally taken before they transferred some to Charlotte hospitals. Officials aren't making their conditions known to the public right now, but we're going to keep looking for answers and keep digging on this story for you. The team was on their way to Fayetteville for a game when they crashed there you just saw that dramatic video, just really shaking everyone up here that's watched it. NBC Charlotte sports anchor Kelsey Riggs joins us live from the newsroom. Kelsey, such a tragic story, especially a sports team.
Yeah, Sarah, it really is. Now, this was just supposed to be an exciting start to the season for these teams. As you mentioned earlier, it was actually supposed to be Ramajuco's first ever football game. Now, they were going to play the University of God's Chosen Disciples. This crash happened along the way. The opposing school president posted on Facebook to express his condolences, and here's a look at that. It reads, "Prayers go out to Ramajuco. They suffered a horrific charter bus accident on the way to Fayetteville to face the University of God's Chosen. Everyone pray for Coach Rawlinson. Prayers out to you and your student athletes, brother." Now, a lot of people posting on social media as well, sending their condolences to the team and to their families. People posting to Facebook and to Twitter, expressing their sorrow, their grief, adding prayers for those who are still in the hospital. We also saw some posts from some of the opposing players. They're obviously very shaken up by this tragic accident as well. As you might imagine, a lot going on right now. We're doing our best to sort out and bring you all the details about the players and the coaches who were involved. We will stay on top of it and get you the information as soon as possible here in the newsroom.
We appreciate that, Kelsey. Thank you so much. A lot going on. Details keep coming into the newsroom throughout the night. We'll stay on top of this for you. As we mentioned, we'll have live reports during our morning newscast. You can also find that on our website, WCNC.com. We'll post all the new info there. We're also following breaking news throughout New York City, where a bomb went off in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan. Authorities out there report it happened around 8:30 p.m. and came from a construction toolbox outside of a building. 26 people were hurt in the explosion. The good news is none of them look like they have life-threatening injuries, but both the FBI and the Homeland Security are on the scene right now. We're still working to figure out what happened to cause this explosion and whether it was accidental or intentional. But we're staying on top of this story as well for you.